Welcome back. And today we celebrate the feast of St. Matthew, one of the evangelists, the writer of the gospel according to who else? St. Matthew. And I always encourage people to read, at least a little bit, even if it's just a line from, the gospel of that gospel writer today, as we remember that, they're handing on the word of God to us to help feed us. But also, we'll see in the liturgy that St. Matthew, just like the rest of the apostles, is named in that big list of saints in Eucharistic Prayer 1. We'll notice that there's 4 different Eucharistic prayers that we have in the church. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Eucharistic Prayer 1 is the one that, one of the most widely used for years in the church. It's called the Roman canon because that was, one of those things that in the Roman rite that never changed. Within the Mass, the different prayers, we always had that same one. And when we hear that list of saints, it's a beautiful reminder that, we are not there at Mass, by ourselves. We are there with the whole church. We're not just asking for their intercession, something that we're doing at that time, but we are also being reminded that, there is saints that have gone before us. There are people just like us that have lived that life that God has called them to, and then they're there now in heaven interceding for us. And it can give us that great hope that, we can obtain, that sanctity one day also. And so, as we hear, those names, as we're asking for their intercession, also remind yourself that, I want to be like these saints one day. I want to make it to heaven and allow their intercession to obtain those graces that you need to make it to heaven. And it's always good to look at those saints in your life and to know which ones, you're close to and which ones that inspire you, so that you can keep going back to them and allow them to encourage you to keep moving forward in your faith. God bless.